Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Jason and you're watching my channel Micro Investor. So in this video we're going to be talking about another stock in the streaming industry, and that is Fubo TV, ticker symbol FUBO. Now Fubo has been a stock that has been requested quite a bit recently, so I figured I would cover this stock. Now, Fubo TV generates the revenues through a subscription base as well as advertising. And this stock has been making some pretty big moves recently, and it's also seeing quite a bit of pullback. So we're going to cover all the ins and outs of this stock, and I'll give my thoughts on the stock in the end, like I always do. So anyways, as we get into this, if you guys don't mind, do me a huge favor, and please be sure to smash, destroy, and annihilate that like button, because that helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps spread this video to more people that might find it interesting. Also, subscribe if you have not already, and if you are not joined to Webull yet, they're doing a promotion while it still lasts. It's going to be ending soon, where they're giving away 4 free stocks with your deposit of $100 or more. Link is in the description. And if you want to help out this channel even more, I do have a Patreon with a new private Discord chat. Link is in the description. Now let's get to it. So I want to let you guys know in advance that my coverage of Fubo TV is going to be a bit different than what you're probably used to seeing if you've seen other YouTubers talk about this stock. And that is because I've done my due diligence looking into this, and I recommend you guys doing so as well, and I can help send you in that right direction, hopefully. What I've seen some YouTubers recently say that you should be buying the dip on Fubo TV, and I think that that is very bad advice to be giving, especially since that you probably don't know what this stock actually is, because it's a little bit different than what you're thinking. It's a little bit different than just that streaming platform, and it has something to do with the fact that if you look at this stock, you know, they had their IPO in the middle of October 2020, and at that time they had an offering of 15 million shares, and they had raised their offering price to $11 a share from $10 a share. Now there's a lot in this video that I want to kind of cover to make some sense about this, because this is if you look at the charts on different websites, you can see that this stock actually goes back much further, and that is because that this is actually originally a company called FaceBank Group, and they acquired Fubo TV in April of 2020, and so Fubo TV had been a part of this other publicly traded company for a while, and then they changed their name, had a new offering, and put out more shares in the company. And that's what happened in the mid-October, and that's why we saw this stock break out. Now, keep in mind that this is not any sort of financial advice. I'm just sharing my own opinions, trying to give you guys some information to help you out look into this. So let's just look at the stock and get some ideas about what's going on with Fubo TV. So right now, at the time of filming this, the stock is trading at $38.94. And just not that long ago, this was a company, if we look back at the other company, FaceBank Group, their stock was trading for around $10 a share. So this was just a company that was basically $10 for the longest time. I mean, if we even look back, has just been trading around that price for a long time. And if we look at it, it broke out in October. Shortly after they had that new IPO, they changed the ticker symbol to Fubo, and the stock went up a lot. Now, people thought that this was a very hot stock, that that you should catch this. This is going to continue to go up, and as we can see, it's having some pullback now is what we're seeing a lot of. Let me get this updated here. So we're seeing that it is now having some pullback. So it went up a lot just before Christmas, and then the stock started trending down pretty fast. Now, Fubo has a market cap of $2.6 billion, and if we look at the 52-week range of this, the stock has been trading between $5 and $62.29, so it recently just had its high. Now, if we look back at it, some more history, so when FaceBank acquired Fubo TV, people didn't really care too much. We can see the activity that the stock had back then when they acquired Fubo TV. But really, I mean, the big trick, the big play here was changing the name to Fubo TV and really get the retail investors interested in this stock. As we can see, it worked out very well for them too, doing so. So just to send people in the right direction, you can go to facebankgroup.com and go to the original company's website. As you can see, FaceBank Group Incorporated has changed its name to Fubo TV. Now, to give you an understanding about what exactly this is, FaceBank Group Incorporated acquired FuboTV Incorporated in April 2020 in a merger transaction through which FuboTV Incorporated, renamed FuboTV Media Incorporated, became a wholly owned subsidiary of FaceBank Group, which itself was renamed FuboTV Incorporated. Prior to the merger, FaceBank Group was character-based virtual entertainment company and a leading developer of digital human likeness for celebrities and consumers, focused on applications in traditional entertainment, sports entertainment, live events, social networking, mixed reality, AR/VR, and artificial intelligence. Now, to better describe the company FaceBank, is that they made those holograms that were at live events. The famous one with Tupac at Coachella. You can look that up on YouTube, as well as the Michael Jackson hologram concert that was even made fun of in South Park. There was a whole episode on that. Now, seeing how 2020 has gone, it was a very smart decision, in my opinion, for FaceBank to acquire FuboTV, because we all know what happened in 2020, and a business that was making holograms for live events probably wouldn't be around anymore. And my understanding is that after FaceBank saw success with FuboTV, that they decided to sell off the original side of their business in July of 2020. And FuboTV is very similar to those other streaming TV platforms. They have live sports and TV without cable, 100 plus channels, live and on-demand cloud DVR included. They have a bunch of different channels that they're offering, local channels included as well. And their prices are between $65 and $79, and they have a Latin version here. Let's take a look at their Q3 2020 results. We can see that their paid subscribers have gone up pretty significantly between third quarter of 2018 and third quarter of 2020, going from 203,000 subscribers to 455 subscribers in 2 years. Let's look at their revenues for the Q3 2020. Obviously, they didn't have any revenues from subscriptions in 2019 because they were a different type of company at that time. But between subscriptions and advertisement and other sources, their revenues were $61.2 million for the third quarter 2020. But they do have a big operating loss here that we should be looking at. Operating loss was $302 million. A lot of that probably is coming from with the acquisition of the company in general. Now, looking more into some details here, what we really need to be looking at is how much money that they actually have going out and coming in. Now, looking at their balance sheet a little bit here, we can see that their cash is $38 million, or $38.8 million, and their total current assets, $58 million. Their total assets are about $800 million. Looking at their liabilities, large majority of the liabilities are their current liabilities, but their total liabilities are $290 million. So they do have quite a bit of liabilities that is something to be cautious of as well. And I also want to point out this. We know that their cash is $38.8 million, but looking at their accounts payable, it's almost $62 million in accounts payable. And they have so much other money going to other things. You guys really have to be looking into this stuff more, especially the people that are talking about this stock and pumping it up and trying to get people invested into it, that there is not enough money in cash to even cover the expenses that they have, and the only way that they're going to gain more money is by either to acquire more debt or to have to dilute shareholders, and more than likely they're going to be diluting shareholders. That's just a given thing, and what we're seeing is that the stock price is going up a lot, and a lot of YouTubers are talking about it, and more than likely I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see some dilution, and there might be some bag holders there. But in general, if you're going to think about it not like that, and you're going to say, hey, Jason, this is just a growth stock, you have to let a growth stock do its thing, then sure, yeah, definitely let a growth stock do its thing. You have to expect that there would be dilution when investing into a growth stock. So it depends on how you want to look at it. But I would be cautious of just about how much money is going out. They don't have enough money to cover their expenses, and there will be dilution coming, guaranteed, or more debt, but guaranteed is going to be dilution, in my personal opinion. And if you're just somebody that's looking at this saying, hey, this is a growth stock, I plan on making much more money on this in the future, it's a long-term play for me, then there are enough things there in play that I could easily see that. We do know that they are increasing their subscribers. We do know that Disney and other companies are actually investors in this. Disney actually has a 5% stake in this company. I'll pull up an article here just to let you guys see that. Yeah, Disney has a 5% stake in FuboTV. This article was from August 12th. They actually have 6 million shares that they acquired of FaceBank, which we know now that FaceBank is FuboTV. So anyways, I mean, that's another good thing in favor for this company to think about if you are somebody that is looking to invest into it, that they do have Disney that is involved with them. They have a 5% stake in them. So that's a plus in my honest opinion. As far as my thoughts on would I personally be invested into FuboTV right now, honestly, where it stands right now, I personally wouldn't. That's just my opinion. I get that it's a growth stock, but for the reasons why is that the original company, FaceBank, had already acquired FuboTV back in April of 2020. So the whole time it was already trading for $10. So $10 a share. It was already a stock that was worth $10, and even after they did the new IPO under the new name and they did a new offering, it was still set price target of $10 the offering. So seeing how that stock would go up just after the Q3 reports came out and go up so much in such a short period of time, it can't be justified, in my personal opinion. To say that stock can go from $10 to $20 a share, I'd say, hey, that would make more sense in that short amount of time for the stock to go up 100%. But for the stock to go from $10 to $60, I can't justify that. And even with it coming down like it has so fast, going down to being at the $40 range, still, I think that's too high of a price. Now, if the stock was to come down to $30 and then possibly below, then it would spike my interest a little bit more to maybe consider eventually making a small position into this stock and see where it goes from there. But where it stands right now with its price, I mean, we have YouTube, we have Hulu, we have Amazon, and many other companies that are offering the same thing for around the same price that our competition. So they can easily squash this company completely, buy it outright, or do whatever. So for that reasons, I wouldn't be buying into it at the current price. Anyways, I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts on FuboTV. Is this something that you're buying? Is this something you maybe have bought at a much lower price and have made quite a bit of money? I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts on this. Anyways, as always, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.